Come on.
Hello and welcome to the World's Toughest Row Atlantic 2024 for our final arrival in this year's race. You can see Glimmering Sea. Thank you so much for joining us live on YouTube. You're getting away from Nikki Parr there.
Come on, Nikki.
We are live in English Harbour.
Yeah.
Bob is pulling hard on the oars.
Baby, let it burn.
He's talking about the burn. It's very windy, very choppy out at sea, and he's been doing absolutely fantastically. They look very much at home on their rowing boat. They've been rowing 3,000 miles all the way from La Gomera in the Canaries since the 11th of December 2024. They haven't stepped off of that boat. They haven't slept on a support yacht. This is an unsupported race, and they've been on it the whole time.
Come on.
Keep your messages of support coming in. Thank you so much for joining us live here in Antigua for the arrival of Glimmering Sea. Lots of smiles from the team.
You got this.
It's not the first time they've been to Antigua. They sailed into Jolly Harbour, not English Harbour. So this was the first time they're seeing this view from the ocean.
Come on, Bob.
Nikki's waving to her friends and family up on the fort.
You're nearly there.
It's up on the fort where the flare will go to let them know once they've crossed the finish line. Still some way to go. There is some serious headwinds coming in to the harbour. So Bob's having to really fight against that.
Oh, we got it nice and cold on the rocks.
He's asking about the rum.
Oh, no. However you want, you can have it. It's Valentine, Bob.
65 days of rowing. 36th and final team in the World's Toughest Row Atlantic 2024. You know, 38 teams started the race. 2 of them retired early due to safety and technical reasons.
We're taking Nikki home for Valentine's.
A big up to Vic and Martin of City of Derby and of All for One. I hope they're well.
Come on, Bob.
If you're watching,
You got this, Bob. You got this.
You're watching Glimmering Sea.
Let it burn. Let it burn.
11th in the pairs of 11 pairs and of 9 of the mixed teams. Nikki and Bob, Nikki Parr, Bob Parr, they are a married couple. Coming in on Valentine's Day.
You're a star, Bob. Come on, Nikki.
Bob is an ex-Royal Marine Commando, and Nikki is an award-winning dragon boat rower.
Wow.
I mean, look, she looks like a complete natural, doesn't she?
We're nearly there, Bob. We're nearly there.
Keen sailors, as I say, they sailed a lot. Many an ocean adventure together.
All right, the Bob.
Always a little further.
Mountain partly slow. Across that angry, all that glimmering sea.
If you know, you know.
If you didn't know, now you know.
So when Bob sought permission from Nikki, his wife, to allow him to row the Atlantic, she replied, yes, so long as you don't do it alone. Only to return home from work later that day to discover he'd signed her up for it as well.
All right, sir, come on.
Not
Move
quite
it, move
what
it.
she was alluding to, but clearly she didn't say no.
Come on, Bob. We're nearly there.
So close to the finish line now. You can see the red buoy just there. That marks the finish line. Once they cross that, they've rowed across the Atlantic Ocean.
It's the red boy for Valentine, Bob. Come on. The red boy for Valentine. Come on, you got it.
The red boy for
Okay,
Valentine.
Bob, you can have it now. You can take it now, Bob. Bob, you can have the red boy for Valentine.
Yes.
Because
This is it. They've done it. Yes, the flare's gone.
Bob!
Fantastic. Well done, Bob.
Oh, Bob!
Well done, Nikki.
Wow!
Oh, look at the love.
Wow,
hugs.
Nikki, you're home for Valentine.
Oh,
Well done, folks. Well done.
absolutely
That's
fantastic.
a husband can give a wife. It's to take her home for Valentine across the Atlantic. 3,000 miles.
The arrival of Glimmering Sea. Look at that sunset.
We're going to take you up further.
The arrival of Glimmering Sea in the World's Toughest Row Atlantic 2024. Our final arrival. They have made it into Antigua. And you'll see now the flares going off on the fort. That's how they know they've crossed the finish line. Held up there by Kavinia, our Finnish officer, who also rode the Atlantic and the Pacific with the Team Antigua Island Girls. Keep your messages of support coming in, guys. Thank you so much for watching the arrival of Nikki and Bob Parr in the World's Toughest Row Atlantic 2024. It was such a pleasure to watch their video diary clips that they sent back to their land crew, showing us how much they were enjoying their time on the sea, letting us know what they were getting up to, loving the snack packs. We saw Bob with his biscuits, loving a hobnob he was. Nikki had packed some jelly babies into his snack packs, which I don't think he was actually aware of, so they came as a lovely surprise. And also curly whirlies. And then we'd get the lovely tales from the back cabin from Nikki, where she let us know how much she would love a proper cup of tea.
Yeah.
So just in case you're wondering, they're getting ready to have their little celebration.
Let's keep the sparks away.
Their arrival celebration. Their boat here, as you can see, they named Donald Haley, named after Nikki's dad, the late Donald Haley, a great rower and captain of the Hereford Rowing Club.
Come on, guys!
It's their time to shine! Yes, Glimmering Sea!
You did it! Welcome to Antigua! Mama Nikki! Woo! You did it! Come on! Yeah! You're on! Nikki! Woo!
Let's go! Let's go!
You did it! 3,000 miles! Yeah! You did it! Welcome to Antigua!
Yeah!
3,000 miles! Welcome to Antigua!
Ever since the 11th of December, these guys have been non-stop rowing.
Woohoo! Good at it! Hey! You're on 3,000 miles! Woo!
Oh, yes.
Woohoo!
Nikki and Bob, Glimmering Sea, our final arrival in the World's Toughest Row Atlantic 2024.
Welcome to Antigua.
What
Yeah!
an awesome arrival.
Happy Valentine to you,
The
Bob.
first couple of days, Nikki confirmed that it was tough, it was repetitive,
Whoa.
and she even said it was vomit-inducing. They suffered the seasickness of the first week.
Well done, Bob.
The second
Well done,
week,
Nikki.
Nikki confirmed it was a little bit rough, a little bit windy, and a little bit wet. Can you imagine? It was a lot wet, wasn't it? And Bob said that it was absolutely spectacular. They were absolutely in awe of the beautiful sunrises. Even though they had to be on power anchor for a bit there in the beginning as well because of the storm, the discomfort that comes with being on the power anchor, they took joy in those sunrises. The wildlife that they saw, pods of dolphins graced them with their magnificent presence, both at the start of the race and in early January as well. At one point, they said they were floating vertically on the water like aquatic ballerinas. Hope they got footage of that. Second week of January, they had a pilot whale.
One little bit more, Bob.
They said it was much longer than the boat.
More.
And that was right next to them. And they said that they could see its eyes staring up at them.
Just a tiny bit more, Bob.
And then there was those, as I said earlier, the lovely tales from the back cabin with Nikki. She let us know about 3 of her favourite things that she took along for comfort. One was a waterproof pillow cover.
Bit more.
I thought it was all over.
Yeah, I lied.
He's only got to row a little bit more just to get into Nelson's Dockyard.
We're gonna make one more pit stop. I got you home.
A little fueling stop, a little moment of rest. Woo, the wind is something else.
Okay, Bob, you can conquer this now.
The second thing that Nikki said that she loved, and one of her favourite things that she took along were woolly socks. Your feet get cold, apparently, from being wet all the time when you're out on deck rowing. And then there was also the portable neck fan.
Come on, Bob.
Which apparently actually work. It can get really hot inside the cabins, hey, because they don't get any air. They have to keep the hatch shut for safety, obviously with all the waves and everything that goes on the ocean. It can be hot, but also there can be condensation that builds up in the cabin. So hence why that waterproof pillow cover can come in really handy. I wonder if they're going to miss the huge caduceus that Nikki referred to.
Just a tiny bit more.
The sound of the big waves hitting the boat. So look, you can see all of the... that is lovely.
I know that tune.
The support yacht's making such an amazing musical out of their horns for the team.
Pop, pop, pop.
So they're going to row themselves into Nelson's Dockyard. As you can see, all the big masts there. We're going to get in ahead of them so that we can be ready to catch them as they step foot onto land. They'll make landfall in just a few minutes, so stick around, don't go anywhere. We keep the live going. We'll have a holding screen.
That's a big tune, Bob.
And then before you know it, we'll be live again to see them coming around the corner. A little dance there from Nikki. Coming around the edge of the support, the super yacht. So stick around, we'll see you in a bit. Just grab yourself a drink and come right back.
We did it!
The super yachts have been absolutely non-stop as the team row past. Welcome back to the World's Toughest Row Atlantic 2024 for the arrival of Glimmering Sea. There he is, bobs up. Nikki's expertly steering them in. Glimmering Sea. A meter from land. Wow, our last two rowers of the 110 that started the race, of the 38 teams that started the race. These are the 36th team to arrive. 2 teams retired in the early days. They're safely back on land. And these guys can't wait to get their feet onto land.
Ladies and gentlemen, what we all just witnessed here on Valentine's Day was the Glimmering Sea.
Nikki and Bob Carr. Amazing.
Amazing in New Zealand, so representing New Zealand. Come on, Nikki. Okay. What an entrance into the stadium on this very, very special day. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday, it's Valentine's Day. Would we like to see this married couple Glimmering Sea still on that? I think that was a yes. Who's first?
I'll go first.
It can be wobbly. Come on, Whitey. It's here. What? And here family and also Ocean Rovers already here. Nielsen Stockyard is moving. Congratulations, man. Well done.
Holding her so tight she doesn't want to let her go.
Emotional scenes here at the Stockyard. It's been many, many days on the Atlantic Ocean. More than 2 months. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not be silent. Give them a big applause.
Ocean Row is here.
Oh, and Nikki, it's time to tell us.
Very good. Hold on to the left side.
And the podium might be moving as well. You can come over here.
What happens to the world? It's gone all wobbly.
They said they had some hallucinations with all the sleep deprivation. They looked at the compass light and looked like an alien or a great white shark at different times.
Ladies and gentlemen, what we have all witnessed here on this very, very special day, not only it's Valentine's Day, it's also the final arrival of the World's Toughest Row Atlantic 2024. 36 arrivals we have had with this one, And Glimmering Sea with Balmini, they left Lagomera last year in 2024, December 11th. Now here, safe and sound in 2025. And this is dug out after 65 days, 12 hours, and 15 minutes. Fellow ocean rower, Camilla here has some certificate of achievement from our educated ocean rower staff. Well deserved, and some gift bags from the team of the with the famous I Rode the Atlantic t-shirt, which we also do in an edition that says I Rode the Pacific. We'll come to that in a little bit later. First of all, let's give a big hand and make some noise for Glimmering Sea! What a journey! Not only the 65 days, but the last 24 hours. Wow, the last few days, you lost your 3 hours to tell us, and the steering has been quite like this. But you're here, you made it to the spot. Listen, Saga, put some words to the feeling when you heard the horns here today.
Well, it's just amazing, isn't it? What was doing, I was expecting maybe 3 people, and there's CBS and there's all kinds of stuff. But as Kiwis would say, it's 3,000 miles, but would knock the bugger off.
A big applause to that. So it's Valentine's Day. Holding around each other here, and the night is still young. A good meal, flowers, drinks.
Bed, shower.
Bed and shower and bed. So a long journey, 65 days. There's been a lot of challenges. It's been a very difficult year. We have said many times here at the dockyard, it's actually been quite a fast fleet in a very slow year with challenging weather conditions. You also had your challenges out there. Tell us a little bit about some of them.
Well, age, first and foremost, is we're pretty old to be doing this, but it does show that anyone of any age can get stuck into any event like this. Age doesn't need to be an inhibitor. Biggest challenge is sleep deprivation. Other biggest challenge was keeping our relationship intact and staying intact beautifully with strength and that. So.
And it indeed seems to be intact. Lovely to see, and also emotional scenes here. And you mentioned the age, and you are indeed having a world record for being the oldest mixed pair to cross the Atlantic Ocean. So that's one for the books. I mentioned Pacific. Have there been any thoughts during the 65 days about another ocean?
Yeah, indeed, but we live on a sailing yacht, so we don't take the sailing yacht. But I have to say that I think the pair of us, we always thought we'd know the world record for being the biggest, the strongest, the tallest, the longest, the oldest. I'm not sure how you've been. But we'll take what we can get it out. It's a good thing. What record holders?
Wow, indeed, a big hand for that. Nikki, it's called the world's toughest road. What's the tough out there?
It was very tough. It was the toughest thing I've ever done. Just overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed, but I mean, what an adventure you guys have been on. 65 days, and you're now here safe and sound. What would you like to say without mentioning anything about age? But you just got a world record. Age doesn't really matter, it's just a number. And if you are having any thoughts about the challenge, what should you do?
If you're having any thoughts about a challenge, you should just get stuck into it. Arthur Ransome, the great British author, he wrote a book called Scholars and Answers for Kids. The opening line of that book is, never be sorry for it might have been. When you get old, looking back, don't be sorry about the things you didn't do. Yeah. Do it.
Do it! You heard it all here, and this is going down. Arrival number 36, after 65 days, 12 hours, and 50 minutes. The last and final arrival of the World's Toughest Road Atlantic 2024. It's a great day. Let's give it up, and a big hip hip hooray for Glimmering Sea. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Well done, guys. We're doing an interview now on YouTube with Charlotte here. And then there is food, fresh drinks, and more time with loved ones. But first, over to Charlotte. To the public here, audience here, thank you for coming down to the Dockyard. It's been an amazing year out here at the Dockyard, 36 arrivals. And we look forward to next year with even more teams coming in the World Cup.
Got a Latin Rocket Man and Alex back there.
When we stay around with these two incredible people leave the arrival area, then we give them a big hand. So stay around until they leave the arrival area.
Oh, big hugs, Valentine's hugs. Oh, it's so good to see you. It was so good to see you out there. You were full of smiles. I have to say, your videos back that you would send back to your land crew, there was lots of giggles, lots of smiles, and lots of laughter. How did you get through those tough times?
We got through the tough times, as far as I'm concerned, by being honest and true to each other. We had a pact between each other coming into this, a division of labour. I'd do this, Nikki would do that. We stuck rigidly to it. I can't think of a single time where we had a bad word. I think being honest to each other, being true to each other, that's how we got through.
And being kind to each other.
Yeah.
So it's the little things.
Yeah. One of the great things that I saw in Nikki, that I've taken so much for granted over the years, always knew it, is essentially she's a really, really kind person. Really kind person, Charlotte. You know, and being on something like this where you're in such a micro bubble for such an extended period of time, there's so many challenges, seeing that kindness coming to the fore for me was gold dust.
Oh, that was my next question. What new things did you learn about each other? What about
Oh,
you?
what did you learn about me, darling? You didn't already know?
Yeah. You don't look good with a beard.
Oh, I don't look good with a beard.
I don't know. I think you're rocking it. Personally.
Oh, well, I guess the beard has to go. Aww.
What moments stand out to you in terms of like the bits that you really are going to take away from this?
Oh my wildlife. Look, we saw a lot. We decided we weren't racing, we were having the experience. And the wildlife that we actually stopped and communed with, if you like, was just wonderful.
Yeah, we embraced the moment. We had that decision coming into this, which we were very open with you guys about. For us, it was an expeditionary experience, and tempted though we were, particularly on the back end, to get in a race with the others, we didn't. We held true to it, and having that expeditionary experience makes it, to me, much, much fuller. If you're really competitive and you want to go for it and you want to win medals and shit like that, fantastic, but not for us.
You've got your friends, family, and everybody back home watching and commenting. What would you like to say to them?
We got a world record.
They were commenting about that.
Oh, against all expectation and probability.
Yeah.
Family and friends back home, and a lot of supporters that we've got. As you know, we did this in support of a charity that I'm the national patron of in New Zealand, pilgrimbandits.co.nz. Check it out, supporting frontline heroes. We did it in support of that. We did it for ourselves. Our family and friends have been great with sponsorships and support all the way down the line.
Yeah.
Anything else? No, that's it. I summed it up pretty well, Charlotte.
You did
I did a pretty good interview.
Really good interview, a really good row, 3,000 miles. You're in Antigua. Enjoy Antigua. You can get your feet stuck in the sand and get yourself stuck.
And this little lady, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Oh,
Beautiful.
happy Valentine's to you both.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Mickey just said, "Don't let me go."
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Glimmering Sea a big hand.
They'll head off and get all those official things underway. They'll get weighed, passports and all that goodness. Let's have a quick word with race director Karsten Herren Olsen. How was that?
How was that? Wow, 36 arrivals. What a day to finish off in Antigua. Nelson Stockyard, Valentine's Day. People are ready to go out tonight. All the women here on the island are wearing red. It's a day with lots of love in the air. So very appropriate, obviously, having a married couple coming in. And indeed they did. Also set a world record for being the oldest mixed pair to cross the Atlantic. 65 days. It's been many days out there, and it's been quite a struggling year. But again, you know, having 36 finishers, we had two teams that withdraw in the beginning, or one in the beginning and one later on. But, you know, all ocean rowers safe and sound on land. That's the most important thing for me, and all boats on land as well. So it's been a great year, and as always, so much love and interest from around the world. We first 30 days of the race, we had 6 million views on Instagram, which I think is kind of a record within the race. So many new people coming on board. The race for the next 3 years is booming, and I can't wait to be in California in end of May for the next one, Pacific World's Toughest Rope.
And when does that start?
That race start is set to June 7 from Monterey to Kauai. And then obviously we have the Atlantic race starting in December this year with 40 plus teams. So many more rivals, many more flares, many more horns to be blown. So it's been good. I'm very happy. Maybe I don't look like that, but it's been a long race. It's been a long race and actually shorter in last year, but I'm very happy.
Yeah.
And so should all the followers be. So and the row. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Carsten. Fantastic. So, Glimmering Sea, there's their boat. They are in, they are safe, they are happy, as are all the 35 teams that have arrived in this year's race. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. It's going to be one big party tonight, I'm sure. As you heard from Carsten, all 110 rounds are safely on land, left like a hair. 11 hours, so long ago, 65 years. Must have had Bobs and Mitzi there, but they're here. And the salt sores will heal, the body will be strengthened, and their minds will power on with all the new perspectives that they've gained from there. So, thank you everybody for watching. You can stay with us for every single one of your lives. Well done. It's been great to have you on board, and we look forward to seeing you for the Pacific. And I would like to say, to anything that I'm taking away from this year's challenge, is remember your whys. Remember why you're doing what you're doing. Whatever it is, for whatever reason, remember your why. Control the controllables and don't sweat the other stuff. Thank you for watching. See you soon.